Think we will return to our impending apocalypse of a murder investigation? Don't answer that. It was a rhetorical question.
He doesn't want to. But if there is one more cryptozoology... All the traps are stopped now. And still, no... These are some wonderfully regular pants. Not too tight, not too loose, moderate in every sense. I know you do. These Inter-Estellari pants are like wearing a little more moralist now, buddy. Makes sense. This is what wearing boring office trousers does.
You can revisit the bench if you ever need to.
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice the carving on the door is block-like. The surface is smooth, feels exceptional. This cheap-looking padlock is sturdily built. It shackles together a hasp. It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is, you see a yellow circle with two X's and a big curve below them that looks like a mouth. There is something blindingly modern about this symbol. He takes off his glasses and uses a blue handkerchief to thoroughly wipe them clean.
No. Looks like a dead man smiling. Suggests junior delinquency. I haven't seen that sticker before, and I'm not a youth. That level of conceptual thinking is not part of my skill set.
There's nothing like the sound of a sticker unpeeling. Now it's stuck to your thumb. Voila! You're part of the future brigade now, and so is your formerly hummed. The padlock passes. Should you want to get through, it...
Maybe we should circle the building first and look for another way. The building...
There is a touch of guilt in his voice.
Yes, the pulsing bass. A sure sign of junior delinquency, somewhere east of here.
Nothing happened.
I don't think that's good. Do you think our suspect is hiding inside?
The lieutenant nods silently. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front of you. The rectangular. A minute or so of mauling away at the lock has led to no success.
I'm not as sturdy as you are. I have even less leverage.
The doors remain unchanged, closed with a padlock. An old door, worn by elements, guards the depot. metal payphone under a yellow plastic dome. You could... You hear the tone. The machine is inoperable. Calling. Still, this feels wrong. End of tone.
Pierre? Is that you, Pierre? So nice of you to find the time to call me. It gets so lonely. Even the animals have died. Are you sure you're Pierre?
Her voice is drowned in white noise. Sounds like waves washing up. You get a sinking feeling. It makes you look if Lieutenant Kitsuragi overheard you. To your relief, he did not. Still again, someone.
Hello, Gerard speaking.
Hello, Gerard. Technically speaking, you're electricity.
No, but I got a feeling out.
Phone. Disconnect tone. Calling, calling, calling. Still.
Stop calling me, man. I'll get you your money, alright? I just need till tonight. Let me work. Tethys. Hey! You're not Tethys. Screw you, and don't ever call here again.
Disconnect. You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable. All the traps are...
Hello again.
Someone has left an unidentifiable article of... It's streaked with dried seagull. It seems likely that it was left in the surf until...
Please tell me you're not taking that. It's a guano-encrusted jacket.
As you hold it in your hands, it's a sordid, filthy tale, not for the... Some secrets are better left uncovered. It occurs to you that you're not... Why? Why did you think about it? Look at your hand. Now you're just flicking that shit everywhere. This is a disaster. As you hold it in your hand, there is no... You pick up the handset. There's a tone. The machine is operable. Calling.
I'm tired. If I could go just 1 month without writing, no, 2 months, I could regenerate my brain. Fucking liberalism.
The man disappeared. You do not hear. Seems like it did not have time to swallow the coin. This sometimes happens. Lucky you. The call went too fast for the payphone to register. You can still make a new one without paying. It's strange. This is not how you started before. You dialed 001 41 11 yes, 451 451. You have dialed God knows how many numbers. The headset has been waiting an ultra-long distance call. Your air fills with a crackle, the wash of a strange ocean full of white noise. Calling in the saddest sound. Calling still. The handset starts slipping from your sweaty palm. Your breathing is heavy. The lieutenant is too far away to hear your yelp. Calling. Then the ocean breaks. Out of the depths, a woman's voice.
Hello? Who is this? No. It's you, isn't it? It's you. Dora, who is this? The connection is bad.
Dora. The name feels like a gift. A gift that was meant for you, to make it possible to live.
What? Oh no. Is that you?
This is too much. You need to recede.
Oh no, not this. What time is it? You're not a high net worth individual, Harry. You're drunk.
You only have 2, maybe 3 things left to say before the change runs out.
Oh, God. Do you know what time it is? It's so late here. It's 4 o'clock, Harry. I need to wake up in 2 hours. I'm in my rover, sleeping. To work. The academy, where I work.
No response, only a sigh. The connection crackles like burning paper.
What do you want to talk about that we haven't talked about already?
This is bad. You feel your right hand on the handset cramping up with pain.
Oh no, please stop. Please, let's just hang up.
Your hand isn't moving. The headset hisses in your ear with evil sadness.
No. I want to go to sleep.
She does not answer anymore.
Harry.
Disconnect tone. The machine ran out of money. You dial the number again. In the mid calling. Calling. It looks like she doesn't want to pick it up, Harry. Come on, you know why. Calling.
Harry, please. Please.
Phone hanging. Disconnect tone.
Yes? Okay. Great. Imagine all the time you'll have for work now. Matter of fact, we should get back to it right. Mm-hmm. What? You didn't stop at all, did you? You are just obsessing about other people's sexuality now. But am I? I'll spare you another 20-hour mind project. Yes, I am. Now let's get back to work.
That's the truth.
Yes?
Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut in front. A minute or so. Heavy wooden doors, more than twice your height, stand shut. You jam the pry bar between the lock and the pathetic. Suddenly, the pry bar snaps. Metal shavings fly everywhere. The upper half, between the lock and the staple.
I don't know. You don't? Or maybe we'll find a new one. I thought this was a lousy way to enter.
This was surely just a freak accident. Nothing happens.
I don't think that's good. Do you think our suspect is hiding inside? People do look to churches for shelter.
This cheap-looking padlock is... It'll be easier to break the staple than the lock. Also, that sticker is in... Heavy wooden door. The tent is just tarpaulin fabric covering a pile of stuff. The flat...
Come on! Get in and close the flap behind you. The warm stuff's...
It's safe to assume this is their...
Sorry, you barely have room for one.
You go ahead. I'm too old for...
I'm actually not, he thinks.
I'm sure you will feel right at home. I'll keep watch.
You see a youngish man bleaching the tips of his hair with a tooth.
Hello, I'm Andre. It's a pleasure to meet you.
There is definitely something futuristic about his imbecilic. Yes, his grip is strong, sweaty.
This is my posse, Noid.
The young man with earrings looks at you.
An egghead. Egg! Together with a Settle Burger, who's out there right now, doing some seriously progressive sonic experimentation. We have many in the pipeline, officer.
That means they haven't set up a single one yet.
You see, we've been all over Jamrock North, prospecting for real estate to establish a new venue in.
Also for talent.
Yeah, thank you, Egghead. And while there is no shortage of raw, unfettered talent spinning tapes in Jamrock, we've had rotten luck with the real estate part.
Place is a shithole.
I apologise for my friend Noid's potty mouth. I realise this is not how you speak to a police officer. He has authority issues. Which brings me to the problem of occupied ecclesiastical property. I bet you've noticed the derelict hive of narcoman. I'm talking about the church. And I'm not exaggerating. Even a place of spiritual refuge can become a magnet for all sorts of dopeheads and burnouts if left unattended.
Dopeheads. Burnouts.
Well, I'm sad to say, that's exactly what happened. Sad because we were just about to put Martinez on the map with one of the maddest dance clubs in Jamrock. Nah, strike that, in Revachol.
Strike that! The word!
And sadder yet, because the dopeheads and burnouts hold up in there with a...
He leans back a little, watching you with a steady... Good. This calls for an opinion. You're an expert in those.
Yes. And the worst part is, they're also spooky. I was hoping you would be the judge of that, officer. All I can say is, their spookiness...
Also, they don't eat or clean the building. Shit's gonna collapse.
People just want to spin tapes without them spooking it up. Place has bad signs. No one can dance like that. Thank you, Egghead. So you're gonna look into it, right? It should be a police matter. Getting them out Whatever spooky stuff they're doing, all right, man.
Andre's obviously very happy you took him seriously. The whole tent is. The boys exchange.
Yes, I asked Noid to install a measure against more drifters wandering in.
I had to do it in an hurry. Not my best work, but it should hold for a while.
Of course. Noid, give...
All right.
It's as if time has frozen somehow. You think you can sense the key moving in the air. Blam! Straight in a stabbing pain.
Man, I'm super sorry. That was...
He looks like he's genuinely sorry he didn't throw them better.
I really am sorry, man.
Well, looks like there's quite a lot there.
I hope that settles it. Or wait. The key?
He is shifting in his spot, uncomfortably.
We were talking about the padlock not long, like a week maybe? I'm super sure they're alive. I mean, come on. I'm at least 90%, maybe 85% sure they're still alive. Okay, I'm sorry.
I'm sorry too. I guess it wasn't very hardcore of us to just lock them in like that.
Me too. I shouldn't have that kind of power over another person.
I'm sure, man. Tell us what you want to know. Let's do it. Truth is, I don't really know. None of us do. I don't even know how many there are. Well, there's also the machinery.
This machinery?
When I first scouted the place, back in February, it was abandoned, empty. Took some time getting the crew together. So about 2 weeks ago, we came here.
One of them has wires running into bowls of water. Wires into water.
Andre!
Oh, and it felt like there was something.
No!
Which other one? I'm not as in tune with my emotions as you are, Egg.
Felt like silence. Awful silence.
For this man, even regular silence is awful enough. But that was something greater.
Not exactly. We've just seen someone who we think is a woman go in and out of the church. A couple of times. And we felt someone, or something, eyeing us inside. But that's kinda... Sure, why not? Yeah.
But not really. Brown hair. Old. Heavy.
What Noid said.
So brown and older, Ruby might have dyed her hair, though it seems like a stretch at this point.
Well, honestly, I can't. But I am.
This is a below-feeble attempt at avoidance. Basically, he is attempting to weaponize idiocy.
Hey now, I'm 70% sure don't let all that technology fool you. Where do you think the drugs come from? Like, you aren't alone, you know?
It wasn't quite you.
Not human, as in a ghost.
It was this dark shape climbing upside down along the ceiling. Like, yeah, you know, the way it was climbing up and around.
It was stalking a cell, exhibiting ambush behaviour.
Crab man!
Yeah, totally. I mean, I didn't personally see it. Estelle was alone that time, but I believe her. If she comes out run...
So he hasn't even been in there.
You should ask her about it, but be nice. Don't tell her you don't believe in the crab.
There probably is no crab man. Don't let them draw you in with this nonsense.
You should talk to Noid about that. I just got a distinct burnout and dopehead sign from them. Probably jacked up to some snuff station too. Probably, very likely. Sure. What? Oh yeah, that's a meteor and name for the founding party. Thought it'd be cool to...
If you don't know what the founding party is, there might be a way to mask it with minor demagoguery.
You know, of Meteo. Concerning Meteo. Meteo, a country, on Muindi. On the Muindi Isla. Come to think of it, I've never really looked them up, you know. I can't give you a precise definition, but they're a very powerful religious organisation. And they have roots in ancient mass society. And they're the custodians of the Pericanassian Church. Plus, they anoint the innocents. They, like, made the innocentic system, no? You're right, they do.
The Pericanassian Church is about love, and Nordic music is about love. I got love for my Pericanassian posse. Love is the relay out of death. We dance. Love is hardcore.
Unity! Unity!
Make some noise for my Insulindian posse.
You feel it. The anodes and the cathodes coursing through you. Your big toe starts tapping along to the base, as if testing the waters. Feels good.
Oh yeah, it can.
He's coming around. You're getting it.
Yeah!
He seems ecstatic that you share.
Do it for the masses. Do it for the crew.
I didn't want to say it, but it was pretty lame of you to imply otherwise. Anyway, you got more questions?
The one with the large head.
Yeah! Let it out! Let the disco happen! Bring the disco into this world! Get this church shit on, and then dance there, mother...
You feel like you could go for a little disco when, or if, they get this club going. You've got it in you.
Yes. What?
He nods enthusiastically, no doubt a little relieved.
As always, we'll be right here.
Wow, so someone's been a little... Yes, my standard liege. Someone's seen all sorts of wild ideas pop off and thought, I'll take the boring one. The regular, please. The brown. Of course you do. Let's get right to it. My lord's copotype is regular cop. I'll let everyone know. I'll send out a telefax. Yes, the type of cop you are, sire. Think of it as a cast. A done and done. No actual communiques will be sent, of course. A young man with peroxide blonde hair, hold as though you're supposed to be sharing some tremendous...
Hardcore! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega! Internally coherent!
Encore! All right! Yeah!
He furrows his brow as his very large head traces the sublime invisible movement of the music.
Hardcore! Ah!
The question is, what is the question? But there was a question?
Could there have been a right way out of this garden of forking paths, you think? The young...
This is hardcore. It's hardcore! Skibberdy, skibber danger. I am the rearranger.
Your cop training did not
Back to the heavyweight jam. Hardcore! It's hardcore! Skibberdy, skib...
Your cop...
True! Hardcore! Hardcore to the mega!
Internally coherent.
All car, all right.
He furrows his...
Hardcore!
Is it though?
One mind, one spirit. There's no other world. There's
Vikla,
true, hardcore. Hardcore to the mega.
internally coherent.
Good morning, yeah. 1, 2, 3. Yakokata, the place to be. Yakokata is a hardcore place.
Vikla,
True, hardcore. Yeah!
This young man adds a capital G before the A. Or maybe it's not Gotvalian. Maybe it's Oranese.
you know about him?
You know Van Eyck? Wow!
The skinny wraith.
So am I. So am I.
Oh! Is that why they call you Egghead? Because...
Egghead to the mega. The K became the G. The boy became the man. The Advent?
Vikla,
True, hard, full, car. It's hardcore.
Skibadis,
Your cop...
Vikla,
True, hardcore. Yeah!
This young man... Or maybe it's not Got...
The Y to the E to the A to... Yeah!
Vikla,
True, hardcore. Hardcore to the mega. Here comes the...
Vikla,
True, hardcore. Hardcore.
internally coherent.
All car, all right. Yeah!
Gotta get the people going.
I'm the party boy. It's my job.
2 on a track. Watch your...
Vikla,
True, hardcore. Hardcore.
internally coherent.
All car, all right.
Gotta get the people going.
Yeah, request. I want... Vikla,
True, hardcore to...
internally coherent.
All car,
He furrows his...
Hardcore. Ah!
The question is, what is the question? But there was no question.
So you had a talk with Andre, and now you want to discuss things with Noid. Good. It's good you talked to Andre first. Gave me time to get a reading on your sign. Can't really talk to people before you get a reading.
This young speed freak seems to... His look is intensely suspicious.
Don't think so. Big bad frequencies are extremely...
There is fear there. But
Besides, our own signs aren't even synced yet. So how am I supposed to get you synced up with a big bad? It don't make any sense, law lover. A sticker.
interesting. He wants you to describe it, though he already knows what it looks like.
Good. What did you want to know? Yes, you're the 23rd person to get it right, and I've asked 23 people. Looks like it's a dead guy smiling to the entire defeated history. We are living in the age of history, and in the eyes of history, we are always already dead. How can we ever smile then? Because the present moment and life are the hardcore. The hardcore expels death. Or maybe he's not dead. Maybe he's just really ecstatic about the beats. Yeah, that interpretation holds. Simplicity was brought to us by a classical solarist modernism, but that was a tasteful, harmonious simplicity. Well, hardcore is not tasteful or outwardly harmonious. It's a warning shot. This will be dangerous. The sticker, the clothes, the music, same thing. Not alone. Many people are thinking the same thing right now. I guess one could write an entire treatise on the thing. But what for? Yeah, gotta compare. See, I suck at socialising, man. Even now, our sign synchronisation is... Nah. You heard me. The hardcore aesthetic is esoteric.
It's not easy to reach a harmonic resonance of signs without...
Yes, further sign matching would do good for us. One way to achieve this would be by getting us into the church.
Hi again. So,
He's a quiet man, mostly communicates through music. And, well, he's just kinda here. I don't really know how... Yeah, sometimes, when I, stumble and find my way into his centre, you...
The man smiles. I get it. He's a puzzle.
As always, we'll...
A pane of eternite, barely holding it up. It could fall over. The pane falls into the icy snow with a soft thunk. Heavy wooden door. The lock turns.
Let's go.
As you do, you hear the echo of the doomed commercial. A great whoosh of air rushes into the dark innards of the church, as though rushing to fill a great vacuum in the heart of the city. A machine stands in the corner.
Another radio computer. And this time it's already...
These machines, some...
We should leave. I doubt this place bears any connection to the case.
You see fluorescent play and the lieutenant says nothing. You see the machine's glowing frame reflected back from behind the hatch sits a cube-like, another filament memory. Press play to talk with the speaker comes to...
Good evening. Votre accident en Saint-Brune. This is the East Insulin.
It's the same old woman you spoke with through the radio computer in the doomed commercial area.
Good. Please.
Let's look around. There's no use trying to guess the answer.
Receive votre accident. Is there anything else I can do for you? I have 2 machines registered to the...
Saint-Brune. That's the church. And Rue de Saint-Guilain?
Anything else I can help you? Good, thank you. Please repeat. Is this the personal log? Sleep well.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. Nothing happens. The silence in this part of the church, it's almost maybe if you were to stand in just the right spot, even your footstep, and then it's gone. It seems the sound here is detached from its. You can hardly hear your own breathing. Your voice is barely audible. You produce a few muffled thumps, after which the silence. The lieutenant points to his ears and.
Can you hear anything? The church just has strange acoustics.
His detached tone concealed. Maybe the church was designed this way to prevent boisterous activity, singing and dancing on its premises. The lieutenant doesn't reply, but you can see the orderly rows of ceiling panels become barely visible, then disappear completely in the darkness of the tower overhead. The silence, the darkness. Relax. It'll be okay. Just darkness without end. It makes your head spin. There's nothing. You're dizzy and disoriented.
Officer, what are you looking at?
Filled with vague shapes of woodwork, the sense of a great height. You see something hanging from. Maybe it's possible to talk to it. Is that a man? Looks more like part of the car. The crab man. The man leaned forward a little, fixing you with a.
Habitual alcohol use has made you into a scared little pussy, Holmes. But don't worry, everything's gonna be alright. You come to the right place. Here you can receive the mother's love, and when you're ready, she will take your hand and lift you out of the despair at the bottom of that bottle.
This man is obviously a habitual narcotics user.
I'm put off by this religious stuff, he thinks. And maybe the ceiling climbing, too. It's all very hard. Hey, and what was that about? The bottle again? You haven't even drank that much lately. Lay off it already. Shish.
Está crudo, way. I see deep inside you. Your body and your spirit are suffering greatly from overindulgence, and you don't even know it. I was like you once, just dragging my feet to the next bottle. Shit was dark, Holmes.
You know, actually, since we're here, you may want to pay attention to what the ceiling climber is saying.
Don't trust me. Trust the mother. I'm only the messenger, Holmes. This is the Church of the Mother of Silence. You are welcome here.
You have no idea what whatever it is, he's quite confident. 'Tis not an act, my liege. Save him perchance, he hath deceived his very self. This man is a zealot.
Never known myself to be a crab, but if that's the name you got for me, I won't stop you from using it. I always thought of myself more like a flame, flickering along the rafters and beams. I was in a gangway, but my memories of that time are fading. Most of them are already gone. That's not really the point, I said. You gotta give yourself over to service. Service of the mother.
Do you remember?
The lieutenant is not particularly interested in this information.
Tiago's my name. But those syllables don't mean much. Your place amongst your fellas. Your place in the world. I ain't got no use for such a place anymore. That's just the thing, Holmes. None of that matters. This is a special place. There's a perforation in the world up there. A way out. I circled it. Nurtured by the silence bestowed by the mother. One of these days, I'll be pure enough to go drink from it directly. I will be incinerated, but...
That sounds a bit like substitute.
Oh, that's no simple question. She is a cavity in the dark, beyond sense. She saved me, but I couldn't describe her to you. No, it's not like that at all, man. It's just faith and joyful service.
Too gleeful, those words. He is lying. Not to you, to his very own self.
I heard that before, Way, and I know I can't convince you on the spot. But think, when's the last time you woke up from silent communion with a hangover?
There are drugs darker than alcohol circling your system.
I know it will take time. Don't sweat it. I know it will. I'm a seraph, Holmes. I sing the mother's glory. I don't mean literal singing, Holmes. This is the mother of silence we're talking about. You may be thinking, but fire crackles. No, Holmes. That's the material that's burning.
The sinewy figure lingers on the wooden beams, blending into the
other spooker?
Oh, the Aita is Grandma?
No. I just call her Viejita because of her clothes. She's a...
Wait, what?
Did it ever seem to you like she was hiding here from something?
You mean like a fugitive? No, man. Quite the opposite.
I see. And where is she now?
I told you, Holmes. I don't know. Don't really follow her comings and goings. Just see her typing on her computer now and then. I'm afraid not, Essay. You just have to wait until she comes back, or
search through her radio computer.
Too many times, Essay. You need it for something.
Surveys are a good way to fish for personal information, especially in the name of public safety.
Don't sweat it, vato. The password is afterlife death. What you think of that? Makes me almost pity La Nilita Pequeña when I hear it. The ones in the tent outside, right? I see them. Guessing they're the ones who call me a crab. Probably scared of me. Nah, man. Why not? They wouldn't bother me none. I'm usually way up there, imbibing. Ain't no music on earth that can reach where I go. Might even be nice to have some company.
He said that in spite of himself. He's more attached to the human than he'd like to think.
I think we're done here, Essay.
That was, however, I'm...
The machine's keyboard, the speaker.
Good evening. Good. Please good. I have unlocked the filament. After ending the call, please. Fortress accident. Is there anything else I can do for you today? Sleep well.
The machine's keyboard is still illuminated. The printer prints out a long text document with dated paragraphs. It looks a bit like someone's journal. The first entry made on the arrived at the church. The door was boarded up. So the lieutenant leans closer, scouring the printout over your shoulder.
4th of February. That's over a month ago. Whoever set up those machines. Our case? No, I don't think so. It must be some local...
6th of February, 51. Had a little chat with the local fishermen. See? Ridden with narcotics. Just like Andre said. 7th of February, 51. Finally got the electricity in.
Why would anyone need any of this equipment here?
8th of February, 51. Bought the antenna. Had some problems setting it up. Called Simo for help, but at least the artists have their act together. They're qualified labor. I just have to find out what caused that data loss and be done with it. Still don't understand how it managed to wipe out the backup, when the backup was...
I think these people worked in the radio computer games business. The one we saw in the Doom commercial area. They must be our former co-workers. Seems like something about the backup data getting destroyed, and how everyone thought it was the author's fault. Let's just keep reading.
12th of February, 51. Brought some food from the grocery store. Apparently, there's a strike going on in...
The strike. We are nearing the date of the... Keep reading. I'm interested now. I want to know what's that radio anomaly that sent this person here.
25th of February, 51. I've been sending data up to Lintel for a while now, trying to recreate the data loss, but nothing. Didn't even...
Is she talking about?
28th of February, 51. Yes, the first recordings confirm that the swallow is real, and I'm not just losing my mind. It's a pillar of silence.
The pillar of silence. She is talking about the silence. Is she suggesting it's more than just...
The lieutenant doesn't answer. He follows your gaze. March 51. Some kind of young disco men have appeared next to the church. I've been Fortunately, the song is so monotonous, I was able to devise an algorithm to factor it out. The other day, one of the disco men came. That disco man must be a cell.
A girl on the ice? Sounds like...
March 51. I got a call from the repeater station. Someone has tried to access the radio computer in our old office in Martinez. Can't do anything about it. The storekeeper still doesn't want to let me inside the building. Thinks I'm part of some kind of curse. How Martinez of her.
I knew it wasn't a good idea to meddle.
No. It was a great idea. March 51. And you, to me, you're reading a strange woman makes straight for the radio computer.
Breaking into my radio computer, I see.
Yes, you are breaking in, but...
I do apologize for the intrusion, madame. We are with the RCM, you see.
No one's hiding here. It's just me and my computer, and it has been this way for weeks. Now please give me some room. I need 2 seconds to see that you haven't destroyed anything.
We should talk to her. After...
What is it? No, you just printed out my personal log and wasted some paper. Yes. Or no. Not anymore. That project...
She doesn't seem surprised to be recognized. Rather sad. Something passes over her face before she straightens her back.
I am Soona Luukkanen-Kilde, the former lead programmer of Fortress Accident and RS. If you're not here to hire me, I don't really know how I can help you.
Did she say over 16 years of experience? That still doesn't answer what she's doing in an abandoned church.
What? No. No one's suspicious around here.
She has not seen her, sire.
No. Yes. No. You're right. I'm not. You really like those questions, don't you? I'm conducting scientific research here. I'm looking for the location of a 2mm hole in the world.
Wait. She's looking for a disruption in the radio waves. That's... The lieutenant raises his brows. But...
Exactly. What does it mean? Up to now, it has been impossible to say what it is because it's impossible to measure nothing. What do you think it is? What qualities does nothing have? How do you measure something that does...
Easy. You measure it by the world around it.
Exactly. Very true. That's what I've been aiming for. That's why I have those basins. But honestly, it's not progressing very well. Because it's just trial and error. Trying to locate the swallow, and I don't have a... You know what? It would be really helpful if you could just stop talking and let me work. Great. Thanks. What? I hate it.
I bet she hasn't even heard it.
Maybe I'd have to be on drugs to get it, but to a sober mind it just sounds like uninspired rug whipping. No one... This is about those speed freaks in the tent, isn't it? Take a guess, why don't you? I can't believe they got you so easily. Go have another talk with those up and...
Good luck. I'm not coming in there.
Do I look like someone who has time for side projects at this moment?